I also think, look, it's important to really get that last summer we were at 30,000 and Larry Fink came out and said, okay, crypto is an important, Bitcoin is an important global asset. And he'd been saying for 2 years, it was a fraud, it was for fraudsters and money launderers. And he changed his opinion. And he said, oh, in fact, I'm going to be coming out with an ETF.
Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zealot today and enjoy the new edge. In today's video, Dan Tapiero delves into the future of crypto. Explore topics like real-world assets, corporate balance sheets, equity investors, meme coins, and bold predictions for Bitcoin and the broader crypto market.
So the move from 30 to 60, if we want to just talk about price and markets, was the discounting of the entry of the opening of the ETF on January 11th. So you got all the price action beforehand. You then had this move from 60 to 70, which was the actual ETF purchasing. And then, it's taking a rest now. And so what will continue to happen, in my view, is that you will have continued accrual of positive data points. And the market, is absorbing selling. All the people who bought at 20, 25, 30,000, those people who want to take profit, they're doing that now. And the people who bought up at 70 on leverage, they're also getting panicked out. And it would be nice if I see the greed and fear indicator at 46 today. It'd be nice to see that down in the 20s.
I was saying, give me a 20.
Yeah, give it 20s, have it there for a few weeks, have people thinking that that was it.
It's got to be over. It's got to be over in their minds.
Yeah, get through, July and August, doldrums, September. And then my guess is that we have our Q4, run for the roses again in December, January. We get the ramp and the inflow, and there'll be some new information. Maybe Trump comes in and actually does some positive things. Can you imagine that? That would be crazy, as opposed to just saying things. Maybe there is a Solana ETF. Maybe, the space is innovating in a very fast way. You've got things like Bitcoin ordinals did not exist. There's constant innovation in DeFi. I know people complain that the tokens are down from their, TGs, and there was a bit of a pump earlier in the year. But the reality is, there's over $3 trillion now in total value in the space. That's all the cryptocurrencies added up in value, plus all the equity. Your 2.25 in the cryptocurrencies, probably another 800 to a billion, a trillion, maybe more in the equity. So 3 trillion, that's great.
Bitcoin teeters on the edge of closing June with a monthly loss and clinging to the critical $60,000 support level. Unfortunately for the bulls, the BTC pair might be headed for rougher waters, with a series of bearish indicators pointing towards increased selling pressure in July. One of the most significant bearish events in the cryptocurrency market in June was related to the long-awaited Mt. Gox repayments. Mt. Gox, once the largest Bitcoin exchange, will repay 140,000 BTC worth around $9 billion to its creditors, starting in early July 2024. This repayment follows a decade-long wait after the exchange's collapse in 2014 that led to the loss of over 850,000 BTC. The impending distribution has raised concerns about increased selling pressure on the market, with analysts predicting a significant drop in Bitcoin prices due to creditors' potential to sell their received assets to realize profits, especially given Bitcoin's 16,000% price appreciation since the hack. For instance, Chief Morgan analysts, led by Nikolaos Panagiotoglou, point out that recent behavior from Gemini creditors, who likely liquidated part of the $2.18 billion in Bitcoin following Gemini's May 29 announcement, supports this bearish argument. For instance, analyst Dejin Kidd anticipates Bitcoin's price to drop toward $55,000 amid the Mt. Gox repayment in July, albeit being optimistic about the overall market outlook. A significant number of Bitcoin investors may lock in profits at current price levels, anticipating that the market may be reaching its peak. For instance, the 30-day average of Bitcoin's adjusted spent output profit ratio, which assesses the overall profit and loss of Bitcoin transactions, has increased from 1 to 1.03 since May. A reading over 1 indicates more investors are selling at a profit and has coincided with market top formations in the past, as shown below. The 4-hour Bitcoin chart, meanwhile, is painting a possible breakdown of a bull pennant, a pattern that develops when the price consolidates inside a triangle-shaped pattern following a strong move downward. It resolves when the price breaks decisively below the lower trend line and falls to level at length equal to the height of the previous uptrend. Applying the same technical rule on Bitcoin's 4-hour chart brings the cryptocurrency's deepest price target for July at around $56,000, a max pain scenario.
I think we all do. I think FTX cleared out a lot of sort of bad actors, but there are still bad actors out there. The space is like, as I always say, it's like, the people who went west in search of gold in, 1848, it's kind of a rough bunch. Those gold miners, the gold rush, people did all sorts of things to get the gold. And it's sort of similar. There are a lot of people getting really wealthy really quickly, so that attracts a certain type of personality. But there's also huge value here, real innovation. And I think we just, it's just a market cycle. We had our bear phase. We blew people out. All of last year, the market crept up. And now we hit a high earlier in the year. And now we're going to consolidate and blow out all the people who came late. It's just a normal bull phase. I really faced all of those different problems of, how one manages the risk of a portfolio. How does one manage the investor base, setting expectations? I mean, we have a 10-year life fund, not because I really want to have a 10-year life fund. I did it because it really was the best way to lock the investors in so that they don't panic in bear phases, which many investors do, many people do. I don't think generally people in the space or outside of the space either understand just how difficult it is to manage money here over time. Anybody can make a 50x on one bet, as you call it, a YOLO bet and whatever. But over time, without like a process and without a track record and without some sort of methodology for valuation, you're not going to make it like through 2 or 3 different cycles. It's just too hard. I mean, much harder than anything in the traditional world, like bonds or currencies or stock. I mean, nothing trades like this. But on the other hand, the innovation and potential for growth and profit, there's nothing like this. And I've never seen anything like it either. So,
decentralized predictions platform Polymarket hit $100 million in monthly trading volume in June as punters up their stakes on how they think the United States presidential election will play out. At the time of writing, there is $203.3 million worth of bets in presidential election winner 2024, which consists of individual yes or no bets across 17 prediction markets. Former President Donald Trump is currently the favorite, with 62% odds that he will win the U.S. election, with a total of $24.7 million in bets for and against him. Incumbent President Joe Biden is second with $23.9 million in bets on whether he will secure another term. Those odds, however, have fallen from 34% to 21% since his lackluster performance in the first presidential debate on June 28. Meanwhile, odds for Democrats Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, and Michelle Obama spiked as some political commentators questioned whether Biden should drop out of the presidential race. Biden's recent debate performance has also led to a spike in yes bets on Biden drops out of presidential race and Biden drops out by July 4 markets, which are now at 43% and 9%, respectively. Over $10 million in bets have been placed in those markets. Millions of dollars have also been bet on whether American rapper Kanye West and crypto skeptic Elizabeth Warren could win the presidency. But those markets show a less than 1% chance at this stage. Polymarket, which runs on Ethereum sidechain Polygon, saw $109.9 million in trading volume in June. its first time crossing the $100 million mark, according to a Dune Analytics dashboard. Trading volumes between January and May hovered between $38.9 million and $63 million, which marked a 620% increase from the previous 5 months of August to December 2023. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.